Welcome to this video on the comparative and the superlative. In this video, you will learn how to use adjectives in their comparative and superlative forms. The comparative is used to compare two things or people. For example, Adam is younger than Edward. The superlative is used to compare more than two things or people. For example, this is Camila, Marcus, and Zoe. Zoe is the youngest. Camila is the oldest. One way to form the comparative and the superlative is to add er or est to the adjective. For example, old, older, the oldest. Young, younger, the youngest. Another way to form the comparative and the superlative is to put more or most before the adjective. For example, expensive, more expensive, the most expensive. Comfortable, more comfortable, the most comfortable. Notice that the word the is used with the superlative. The oldest, the youngest, the most expensive, the most comfortable. For adjectives with only one syllable, use the er form of the comparative and the est form of the superlative. For example, old, older, the oldest. Big, bigger, the biggest. Cold, colder, the coldest. For adjectives that end in y, change the y to I and add er for the comparative or est for the superlative. For example, pretty, prettier, the prettiest. Ugly, uglier, the ugliest. Easy, easier, the easiest. For other adjectives with two or more syllables, use more for the comparative and the most for the superlative. For example, interesting, more interesting, the most interesting. Complicated, more complicated, the most complicated. Expensive, more expensive, the most expensive. These adjectives have irregular comparative and superlative forms. Good, better, the best. Bad, worse, the worst. Far, farther, the farthest, or far, further, the furthest. Let's practice a few together. Complete the sentences. Use the correct form of the adjectives in parentheses. The Seine River is longer than the Jordan River. The Amazon River is the longest river in South America. Mount Logan is the highest mountain in Canada. Africa is bigger than North America. Laughter is the best medicine. Avocados are usually more expensive than apples. Everyone is wearing ridiculous costumes, but Mark's costume is the most ridiculous of all. Being stuck in traffic is worse than going to the dentist. 5 kilometers is the farthest or the furthest distance I can run.